All right. So for the last topic, now I'm a little bit ashamed of this one. I'm not going to lie. Because this one isn't really about MMA at all, or not directly in any case. So when I originally posed this question to you, I sent you a message, as I often do when we're going to talk about topics. We have a little bit of back and forth. And when I originally wanted to talk about slap fighting, I was actually going to pose the question, and I don't know if you remember this, is slap fighting underappreciated? Huh? And I realized that both of us saying no, it's fucking shit and it's retarded would make for like the shortest and most easily concluded video we've ever done on this channel.
That would be a YouTube short.
So I just thought
that would be a YouTube short.
It would literally be like 30 seconds. Be like, no, moving on. Like it would have been horrible. Like, so, and I don't think we would have had that much pushback either, because we all know people who love that horrible shit. They probably can't read, let alone attack us in the comments. So I think we could have attacked this with immunity. Like it would have almost been as bad as, if we'd done that, we talked about we were going to do, should trans fighters be allowed to fight women, or, let's call it what it is. Should men be allowed to get into the cage and beat women up?
That's exactly what it is.
DJ.
These girls are getting right into it. Fox to the knees, and that's it.
It would have taken 30 seconds. Like, no, are you fucking mental?
Yeah.
Done.
Y'all should have done it.
We still need to play with that hot.
It still would have just been a no, but
yeah, it's coming. I think we've got to address it at some point. So yeah, instead, like I said, I'm going to ask some. So I've gone down a different road. I'm going to ask something a little bit different. Now we know that slap fighting is fucking stupid. But here's a question: Do you think it's actually more potentially dangerous than MMA? What do you reckon?
Man, that's now that question is hard to say, because there's so many different ways you can get injured in an MMA fight, but you have the ability to defend yourself. You can move, you can duck, you can. I mean, there's just so many ways to defend yourself. In slap fighting, there is no defense except for you biting down on that mouth guard and praying to all the gods old and new that you don't leave with a concussion or a loss of brain cells. So, I mean, I still think that slap fighting is worse. I even with everything that you can do in MMA, I still think that it's worse.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, CJ?
Yeah, I agree with that. There is more opportunity in MMA to defend yourself for sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of along similar lines, and I don't want to give I really hate. I kind of hate that I came up with this topic in a way, because I don't want slap fighting to get more attention than it deserves. Like, I think it is potentially a lot more dangerous than MMA is for the reasons that you've kind of gone over. Antoine said similar thing. There are so many ways that you can get injured in MMA. You can get a limb snapped. Blood's going to be spilled. A lot of CTE potentially dished out. But as you said, in MMA you can defend yourself. You can evade. In slap fighting, you're basically sitting in front of a person and letting them slap you in the face as hard as they can without defending yourself. So and the thing is, the so-called athletes, I don't know if we can call them athletes, that do this shit.
I really don't even think that they should. They're contestants. They're participants.
They're contestants. I think that's a much better way of putting it. They're participants. And the thing is, I'm going to admit, while there was for a very limited time, and I can understand why there was. There is some limited pleasure to be gained from fuck thinking about who's skilled or good. Just who's got the most power and who's the hardest. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I think like the, with the little that we know about CTE still, the last thing we should be doing is letting mongoloids crack each other directly in the head, unprotected, and for $10 a pop.
Yeah. Now I will say, what I will say though, is that like, Dana made all those claims about, that slap fight or power slap is bigger than the NFL, the NBA, and everything combined. It's like, well, I kind of get it though. People do love knockouts, and anytime that I've seen it anywhere, I didn't turn away. I can tell you that. but I don't think that's not a.
Usually me sticking my phone in his.
It's not a sport. It's not. That's just not a sport. A sport is between two people who have an equal chance of winning. With slap fighting, whoever won the coin toss. So I sound like I've been slapped. Whoever won the coin toss, they're the ones who who have a better chance of winning.
The other one that I thought you were going to say the judo black.
I was about to say that. Either way, it's stupid, and it's a game of chance between contestants.
Yeah, but this is the thing. After you see somebody get their face slapped off once or twice, I don't see how it continues to be entertaining. Like, it's funny the first couple of times, or like interesting, but like in MMA, you see people finished in a variety of different ways. It's that kind of sport. With slap fighting, like I said, the first time I saw it, I was like, God damn. And then the second time I was like, yeah, all right. And then now I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, it was literally the third time I was like, I don't see the longevity. And what really bothers me about slap fight, we might as well get into this. Dana White is making MMA look like a joke by promoting this stuff. Now, I know that slap fighting is not MMA, but when you've got the figurehead of MMA peddling this shit to such a strong degree, it makes people who don't watch the UFC and understand it think of us as more of a joke by proxy. Does that make sense? Am I waffling, talking on my ass again?
No, that makes sense. What do you think?
But yeah, if like they're thinking Dana White loves this stuff, the UFC must be equally as dumb if they don't watch it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm reaching a little bit. I don't know.
I would probably like who's saying that, right? Like,
the people who might
the general public, or
people who might be MMA fans in the future if they're exposed to it in the right way.
I see. Okay. From that perspective,
they're out there. Yeah.
If they don't think, I could see that. But anybody who's looking at this understands what Dana's doing, and it's like, obviously he's just trying to, increase the visibility of that.
I think it's so stupid. I think it's so dumb.
Contest? I don't know what to call it. I almost said sport.
Mm-hmm. So,
because it's not a talent or a skill. It's just
no.
I don't know. Like, can you like prep your jaw in some way to not like turn?
I mean, but that's what I said. It's basically like, who's the hardest? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And there is some value to that. It's not completely flat zero value. I just think it's horrible. Like, it's horrible.
Like a
just there's nothing to it. There's no depth to it.
So what's
who can take a hit?
What's the difference between that and the punch machine that they have at bars? Like, why don't they just? I mean, I feel like it's almost the same thing.
I'm struggling to find a difference.
Well,
obviously somebody falls down and starts convulsing.
Yeah, but it's somebody's face.
It's somebody's face. Yeah, that would be the major difference.
And I think that's a downfall.
And then they get to slow it down, and you see all the pictures.
Well, yeah.
Which is always.
But that's the difference. That's
That's basically.
But here's a question.
And I mean, it's a minuscule difference.
Here's a question I think that might counter the argument: is if Dana White gave you, tickets, 4 tickets for you to come, he'll pay for your airfare and everything for you to come and watch a power slap event, would you go?
I mean, yeah.
My life's not that interesting. This is a different question. kids and that. I mean,
And
now
then
you
like
just
they're
shitting on my
standing
life.
there, you fucking go.
That's the thing, you're just shitting on
And
my
that's
life
why
now.
he's
That's-
doing it.
No, to be fair, I wouldn't. The thing is, though, I'd go, but I wouldn't be like excited. I'd be like, this is just something to do on a Saturday. I wouldn't be amped about it.
Yeah.
Like, but I'd go.
Like there's some
You
things
got me
that
on
I'd
that
have
one.
to
I'd
do
go.
to be excited. Yeah.
I'd go. But I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. You know, it's just, it is what it is, isn't it? It
You
could
kind
be.
of have to. You kind of have to.
Maybe
go.
I'd be surprised.
Maybe
Maybe
it's
I'd be
like people who
surprised.
don't like baseball, and when they actually go to a live game, they're like, that was actually pretty fun. That's pretty good. Maybe that's how slap is. You just gotta be there in person and kind of feel the energy and
It could be.
see people getting knocked out. I don't know, but
I can get behind that.
mhm.
I can get behind that. I don't know, like it's for me, I don't think it's ever gonna. And I don't think it's gonna catch. I don't think there's any longevity to it. Thankfully, for the reasons that I've stated, I just don't think it's unless they start making some some rules that could add I don't know, to the intrigue of it. But sometimes the simplest things are the most effective. You know,
Yeah,
they can
Yeah,
build
I
up
think with
personalities in
Cheeto-
there.
they tried. They tried. With the whole Ultimate Fighter
Maybe do some
house.
cross promotion.
They tried that too.
Did
yeah,
they?
they had legendary UFC fighters come to the events and
Yeah.
use their socials to try to get it out there. And I mean, everybody still believes
Yeah,
that
that's ludicrous.
this is not a sport, guys. Like this is, I mean, it's just something that people do, like young kids do when they're at parties drinking. That's what it feels like. And people, well, I mean, I'll look at it, but it ain't no sport.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which just as a quick sidebar before we wrap this ridiculous topic up, who do you think like what's the first name that comes to your head when you think of the UFC roster? Which name instantly comes to mind where you think that guy would be a good slapper, or that girl would be a good slapper?
Slapper, or they can take a slap and
I
probably.
don't mean like streetwalker. I mean
never
like
get
they can
knocked
slap. Yeah, I
they
mean like
can
they
slap.
can shout a slap.
Fucking Alex Pereira. Yeah, Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
I would say,
It's got monstrous
I
hands.
would say, along those same lines, Jamal Hill. He's got some big hands.
Yeah, he
I
does.
was trying to think who has big hands. I was thinking
Kevin
of somebody
Holland.
like a Damon Blackshear. I don't know why I thought of that. He's got like really big
Yeah.
hands. Is it Damon Blackshear who's freaky?
No,
like,
another one.
Is he the guy who's got the
He
massive
got some big hands. Alexa Grasso. She has huge hands for a female. Like, yes, like she would. Yeah, she knock some curls straight.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of. I don't like the sound of that. I like my women to be a little bit dainty. You know what I'm saying?
She has a
I don't
she has a
need frying
dainty
pans.
voice.
A dainty
she
voice.
just slap the taste out somebody's mouth.
Big ass hands though. I don't know about that. Yeah.
They don't look
Again,
big
we've
for me.
succeeded in going completely off topic.